Right guys, Liverpool have just beaten Aston Villa by 3 goals to 1, and yeah, it was a good performance from Liverpool for the majority of the game. I think the start of the second half, Aston Villa had a period of domination for the first 15-20 minutes, but other than that I thought Liverpool were generally the better side. First half, Liverpool had lots of chances. Darwin Núñez in particular was getting in some really good positions, causing all sorts of chaos. All that was missing for him today was a goal. He won the man of the match award, played well, just couldn't get that final. The one thing he would have wanted really, the goal. But yeah, did have a good game. Liverpool got the lead through Mo Salah. It was a really well worked goal. Brilliant ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Andy Robertson is now the top assisting Premier League defender of all time. I believe he's surpassed Leighton Baines on 54 assists, I think, so that's a huge achievement for him. And Salah now scored 125 Premier League goals, and then the assist he got was his 50th Premier League assist, so yeah, really impressive numbers for Salah as well. And yeah, Liverpool first half, really good performance. Should have scored maybe more than two. However, I think you can also say that Aston Villa had quite a few shots, tested Alisson on quite a few occasions. So I think themselves, they will feel they were quite unlucky not to score in the first half. And they did in the second half through Ollie Watkins, which got them back into the game. And yeah, they were putting Liverpool under a fair bit of pressure at the start of the second half. It was quite an end-to-end game at one point. And Liverpool were creating a couple of counter-attack chances. But yeah, with about 25 minutes to go, Klopp made a few substitutions, which I looked at and I thought, right, this really isn't what I wanted to see. Bringing on Naby Keita, who in a game like this, when it's very intense end-to-end, he's not the sort of player I would be looking to bring on if I were Jurgen Klopp, given how he's performed in some past games where it's been like, a very quick-paced game. So I probably wouldn't have brought him on. And also Stefan Bajcetic, who is a player I really like, really good young player. But I think last week, after the Manchester City game, I was left thinking he's a really good technical player, but maybe he's not quite physically ready for this level yet. But fair play to him. He scored his first ever goal in professional football, I believe. And played quite well when he came on. Once again, though, it was Núñez who was causing the issues for Aston Villa's defence to set up the goal, which made it 3-1 after Virgil van Dijk doubled Liverpool's lead in the first half. And yeah, Bajcetic, well taken finish to take it around the goalkeeper. And yeah, that won the game for Liverpool. I think on the basis of the entire game, you could probably say that Liverpool just about deserved it. I think it was probably a bit closer than 3-1 suggests, but I don't think Aston Villa can be too disappointed with the loss given the way they played. Maybe they could feel disappointed going into the game with it being the first game back, so anything can happen realistically. And they were in good form under Unai Emery, and I forget the name of the previous caretaker coach they had for a couple of games. They weren't in bad form. I think they'd just beaten Man United a week before the season was halted. But yeah, really good performance from Liverpool. Definitely a lot better than the performance they put in midweek against Man City. I thought the 3-2 scoreline flattered Liverpool in the week. I thought Man City were just far better. Liverpool were quite lucky in the end to score two. I thought, bar a couple of Darwin Núñez chances, really didn't create a lot. But in this game, it was a really entertaining game. Lots of chances for both teams. Alisson and Robin Olsen were both kept occupied for the majority of the game. So yeah, really end-to-end stuff. And yeah, I think Unai Emery will feel a bit disappointed with this one. And it'll be interesting to see what Aston Villa try to do in the January transfer market, because I thought today. They had a couple of performers who just weren't really at it. I thought Ezri Konsa, who I don't mind as a defender, I thought there were a couple of occasions where he just looked quite poor and just like quite rash as well. There was one moment in the first half where the ball's come to him and he's tried to clear it, and all he's done is whacked it way into the air with Nunez running onto it. Nunez tried to volley it, and I mean, I can understand why he's done that, because if he does try to take a touch, there's always the chance that the keeper's sort of narrowed down the angle and it'll be harder for him to score. So taking it first time wasn't the worst idea in the world, especially as he connected reasonably well with it. It was a bit of a shin roller, but he still got decent connection with it. And on another day, it could have gone past Olsen into the net, but it didn't. But I still think they could do with another centre-back, Villa, given Diego Carlos's long-term injury. Tyrone Mings' questionable form at the start of this season, and Ezri Konsa as well hasn't been the best performer. And the backups they have got, then Donker's not really a centre-back, and Jan Bednarek, I think that's just like an emergency deadline day signing, if anything. So I think they could do with another centre-back in January. Would probably be the one position I think they definitely need to try to sign. Maybe another central midfielder as well, although they have got options, and I don't think it was that bad, to be honest. So maybe that's not so much need, but I think they definitely need a higher quality centre-back. Liverpool, yeah, it's just a case of injuries with Liverpool. I don't think it troubled them too much today. It was quite a strong starting 11 that Liverpool put out. I think the only player you would look at in that starting 11 and you definitely say he's not a starter for Liverpool, is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who had a reasonably good game for the time he was on the pitch. He was on the pitch for about an hour until he was replaced by Harvey Elliott. And he did bits and bobs here and there. It wasn't an amazing performance, but he played as well as the rest of the team, to be honest. So a reasonably good performance from him as well. And I do still think Liverpool have Alisson to thank for the amount of saves he did make today, because on another day, if Liverpool, say, you chucked Loris Karius or Adrian in goal, I think Liverpool probably, there's a shout that Liverpool probably don't win this game, because Villa were peppering Liverpool's goal at one point in the second half. So yeah, the one disappointing thing I think from a Villa point of view as well is how little Buendia and Bailey, or Bailey wasn't too bad, but how little Buendia managed to get on the ball. If he'd have got on the ball a little bit more, I think Villa could have caused a lot more problems to Liverpool. But anyway, good result for Liverpool. I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. By the way, this is a thing now.